Yeah, well, it's certainly been a testing week, but I think for the Health Board and for the health service in North Wales, it's a watershed moment, and we're seeing this very much as a real opportunity to work constructively and very closely with the Welsh Government to improve the quality of our health services in North Wales. We need to, I think, listen more to our people and our population, to local communities about what's important to them, so we can improve the services that we offer to patients and really meet the ambitions of our clinical staff.
You talk about listening to staff and listening to patients. Why haven't you been listening for a very long time now? There have been protests, there have been reports after reports. Why have you not listened? Why has it taken getting to this point?
Yeah, I think we need to take a step back before we need to take a step forward. We have got to get better at listening. I think what I would say, though, is that some of the reports that have been coming forward over recent months about clinical services in North Wales, to an extent, have been because we have been listening. So in relation to GP out-of-hours services, staff were coming forward and patients were coming forward as well, and being very clear that there were some vulnerabilities in that service. So we commissioned a report, and we've received that report. There's some very clear actions. We're going to improve GP out-of-hours services. I think it was clear as well that our clinicians across North Wales saw fragilities in our obstetric services. We listened to our clinicians, and we aim to take preemptive action to stabilise that service. I think where we clearly didn't listen was to the patients and families who were cared for on the Talvan unit.
So you're looking forward, but we have to look at the past of all this as well. This has been going on so long. Are you sorry? Do you apologise to patients affected by this, and of course the staff as well?
I have been very clear, and I think the board has been very clear regarding the apology which we rightly gave to the patients and families affected by the appalling lapses of care in Talvan. I've been very clear about that. We accept fully Donna's report and the recommendation in Donna Ockenden's report, and we've very much apologised to the families.
Just briefly, I mean, this week we spoke to a GP up there who's been speaking out about what's been going on there for a number of years now. He said that we need to look forward, we need to try and turn the Titanic around. It's going to take more than just rearranging a few deck chairs, isn't it?
Well, you know, trust is lost very quickly and it's built slowly. So I think the colleague that you're referring to, and I've sat in with in his surgery and seen patients with him, and I know just how busy things are in primary care, what the pressures are in the community. And I think there's a shared appetite in North Wales to work with our colleagues in GP, in general practice, to work with district nurses, to work with other community services to really strengthen those services. We're a big organisation with the largest health organisation in England and Wales.
That was going to be...
Whilst that presents challenges, it also presents huge opportunities in terms of having an integrated health system in North Wales.
That was my next point, actually, Professor. You mentioned there what a big board you are. I mean, does that imply that perhaps we need to be looking at making it smaller, perhaps having two boards, splitting it up?
Yeah, what we are doing is we're changing the structure of the health board at the moment, and we're going through a time of great change in North Wales. So we're actually going into 3 area teams in the east, in the middle of North Wales, and in the west, which can reflect the individual needs of patients and communities in those areas. And those areas will be planning and commissioning health services from secondary care. So we're changing that focus from where we've been criticised previously as functioning as a very large secondary care focused organisation to looking at our areas across North Wales, looking at clusters of GP practices, and very much tuning into the needs but also the voices of local communities a lot better.
Professor Matthew Makin, thank you for talking to us.